people complained they couldn't hear rebroadcast of our shows?
Yeah, how you doing? If I can give it a couple more minutes on what I was saying there, going through all the details of Obama's executive order amnesty, whatever we want to call it. He claims that the reason why he can't enforce the immigration laws is regard to all classes of illegal aliens is because there's not enough resources. It's not his fault. Congress didn't give him enough money. So what I did as part of researching this is go back and look at the budget request. You know how the budget works is that every part of the government is required to forward their request to the Office of Management and Budget and the Executive Office of the Budget, who consolidates it all, puts it all together, and sends a request to the Congress, which is called the President's Budget. Congress gave more money to the executive branch since 2006 than they asked for. So
why would they do that? I mean, that's stupid. Why would they do that?
Well, I don't know. I guess it depends.
Oh my gosh!
But the point is that he's claiming he has to violate the law because there's not enough money for him to fully enforce it. But he never asked for the money, Obama, and even the Bush administration. So they're claiming that the reason they have to give amnesty to all these people is because of lack of money, which they never asked for. And so I think we kind of got them on that. Let me give you the details. They asked for the U.S. Congress appropriated $814 million more for ICE, Immigration and Customs Enforcement, than the U.S. Department of Homeland Security asked for since 2006. The U.S. Congress appropriated nearly $465 million more for the U.S. Citizenship and Immigration Service, the successor to INS, than the U.S. Department of Homeland Security asked for since 2006. So they're saying, well, you didn't give us the money, but we never asked for it. So the entire legal rationale of what Obama is doing, I think, is really defective in all of this. It's just that they just don't want to enforce the law. And did you remember hearing also, as I was researching this, that there were Border Patrol agents that sued Janet Napolitano because they weren't being allowed to do their job?
No, I don't remember that one.
Yeah, it's true. There are about 10 Border Patrol agents said that they are being, this is under the original DACA, the Dreamer, saying, we are being ordered to violate the law by not enforcing it. And so they wanted a decision by the court. So here they have, and of course that's not good for your career to sue your boss. And so the Border Patrol agents are saying, you won't let us enforce the law. And that was dismissed because the court said you're basically suing, the executive branch is suing itself. We can't have the executive branch suing the executive branch, in fact. But that's on appeal. So this idea that they have to, the whole legal rationale for what they're saying is just transparently phony, is what I'm saying. But judges, unfortunately, who knows what they're actually going to say or do.
Yeah. On the same note, I'm looking at an article from USA Today. Congressional Republicans acknowledged Tuesday that the party has limited immediate options to curtail Obama's executive actions on immigration, but they vowed to continue their effort next year when the GOP will take full control of Congress. Quote, we're looking at a variety of options, both for right now and when Republicans control both houses of Congress next year, said John Boehner. Frankly, we have limited options and limited abilities to deal with it directly. John, sounds like you got me just say this. Here on the Conservative Commandos radio show, we want to welcome Pundit Press to our family. And Pundit Press has a radio page which will feature Conservative Commandos radio show. And you can find it by going to thepunditpress.com, thepunditpress.com. And that's where you will find Conservative Commandos radio show. So, John, do you remember when people were saying that they couldn't find replays of our shows? Well, now we're all over the place. Good.
Excellent. Well, progress moves forward in in conservative areas, if you don't mind me jumping in on another topic, maybe it doesn't move forward in Detroit. You're seeing the news about what's going on in Detroit today?
Yeah, apparently there's a bit of a blackout. What is it? How widespread is the blackout, John?
It appears to be the entire city as of about 10:30 a.m., including darkened traffic lights, buildings on the city's municipal power grid, including hospitals and fire stations. One hopes the hospitals have backup generators. 900 customer locations and traffic signals were affected. I guess the 911 dispatch service is up, and this is just sad. I mean, at some point we got to figure that, is anyone going to learn from this? Now, I was distressed over the holidays. K-Love, which is a Christian music syndicate or network. I love some of the music they're on there, but their hosts are really kind of secular humanists. They're doing this big project to help the youth in Detroit, but not to actually figure out what they're doing wrong and to stop doing it. And that sort of distressed me. That nobody seems to ask the question, how did we get to Detroit being on the level of, say, Bangladesh or, where's the really poor?
Yeah.
Most of the, following your suggestion, Rick Trader, why don't the people of Detroit become illegal aliens to Mexico? Because they'd be better off right now.
Well, John, during the 1950s and 1960s, Detroit had the highest per capita income of any city in the United States of America. So you could make the argument that it was one of the richest cities in the world. Why has it become the way it is? Well, I think a couple of things. One is the union demands of the auto manufacturers, auto manufacturing out of Detroit. That's number one. Number two is bad government. You have bad liberal government. Number three, you got a lot of people that found out it's easier to live life on the government dole than actually to go out to work. So, right. Bang, this is what you got. So now the infrastructure, is falling apart. Detroit declared bankruptcy. It's a shell of what it used to be, and it's a shame that in just 50 years, it went from being one of the richest cities in the world to now one of the poorest.
Well, and the question...
Hey, John, we got to go to a break, so we'll have to pick this up a little bit later. You are listening to the Conservative Commandos radio show with Jonathan Mosley and Rick Trader, coming to you from the CCRS studios, WNJC in Philadelphia, and around the world on the internet with our internet broadcast partners. Our newest, thepunditpress.com. By the way, thanks to Mary Brockman, that is. CPRWorldwideMedia.com, Leading Edge Radio Network, and VigilantLibertyRadio.us. You can also hear rebroadcasts of our shows from our websites, ConservativeCommandosRadioshow.com, CCRShow.com, or from any telephone by calling 832-999-1199. Don't go away. We'll be right back.
This is Rick Trader, host of the Conservative Commandos radio show.
And I'm John Forsyth, owner of WNJC Radio. Fellow patriots, the Conservative Commandos radio show is for conservatives, about conservatives, and by conservatives.
We are patriots who want to take our country back from the likes of Barack Obama, Harry Reid, George Soros, and Nancy Pelosi.
But we can't keep up this fight without your critical support today. Can you help? Please go to www.helpccrs.com right now and make a donation by credit card or PayPal. That's www.helpccrs.com.
Our goal is to expose the liberal agenda and distortions.
We are fighting to spread the truth about political issues, political leaders, and conservative issues and values.
Our hosts are not paid. In fact, we buy our own airtime, studio time, and pay our own expenses.
We created the show because we're trying to make a difference. So can you help the CCRS expose the truth in 2014 and beyond? Go to www.helpccrs.com.
Help keep the Conservative Commandos radio show on the air by going to www.helpccrs.com and make a donation today to return our country to the conservative roots created by our founding fathers.
This is the Taxpayer Minute, brought to you by Americans for Prosperity.
New Jersey is known for a lot of things. Our shore, not pumping our own gas, our malls, the Jersey tomato, and the worst state to die in. New Jersey is behind the times when it comes to death taxes, as 31 states have neither an estate nor inheritance tax. New Jersey is only one of 2 states that have both of these arbitrary taxes on the books. This is just one more reason for our retired to move to another state, so loved ones are not taxed on things they worked hard for their entire lives. Our farming communities would certainly be most affected by the elimination of the estate tax. Instead of their next of kin being walloped with a tax bill they cannot afford, by eliminating the estate tax will allow them to pass down their large land holdings to their family and keep the property as farmland. Learn how to pressure our lawmakers to kill the death tax at taxpayerminute.com. That's taxpayerminute.com.
This has been the Taxpayer Minute, brought to you by Americans for Prosperity.
If you're in a crash and have little cash, come to AJ Auto Body. We handle insurance claims fast, and repairs are guaranteed to last at AJ Auto Body. Come check us out, and without a doubt, you'll be satisfied. That's AJ Auto Body, 1345 Delsey Drive in Deptford, New Jersey. Family owned and operated for 30 years. We are a fully licensed and insured auto repair facility located at 1345 Delsey Drive in Deptford, New Jersey. We are your friend in the business. So stop in for a free estimate or call us at 856-251-0096. Check us out on the web at www.ajautobody.net. That's where you'll find our specials, discounts, and coupons. For all your car needs, come to AJ Auto Body, located at 1345 Delsey Drive in Deptford, New Jersey. 856-251-0096.
Hi, this is Bob Vide, owner of Bob's Little Sports Shop in Glassboro, New Jersey. I've had the opportunity to travel in many foreign countries, and I've seen what happens to people when they lose their freedom. I wrote this poem. Give us freedom was the cry as they marched throughout the night. At Concord Bridge in Trenton, for freedom they would fight. To build a nation that would last with peace and liberty, it is a job that's never done if we are to be free. A declaration to announce that we are free, then a constitution for all the world to see. But this is ink on paper. We must make it last. It must always be defended, and that is quite a task. Today the battle rages for freedom in our land. To save our Constitution, we all must take a stand. We must stand up for freedom in our actions every day, and you can stand up with us. Join the NRA. This is Bob Viden of Bob's Little Sports Shop in Glassboro, New Jersey. You may call us at area code 856-881-7575 or visit us online at bobslittle.sportshop.com.
Morris Graphics is located in Woodbury, New Jersey. They provide printing and mailing services to businesses, professional offices, as well as nonprofit organizations and churches. They provide short-run digital and longer-run offset printing. Their service and pricing is the best value for printing and mailing in our entire region. Morris Graphics prints postcards, stationery, brochures, newsletters, posters, direct mail, product literature, labels, signs, and any of your printing needs. Morris has full-service in-house bulk mail processing and can supply mailing lists for your business or residential prospects. Contact Morris Graphics today at 856-845-4980. That's Morris Graphics at 856-845-4980. Or visit their website, www.morrisgraphics.com. That's www.morrisgraphics.com.
You can call the Conservative Commandos radio show at 856-227-1360. Your opinion counts at 856-227-1360.
This is Congressman Alan West, and you're listening to the Conservative Commando radio show.
Welcome back to the Conservative Commandos radio show with Jonathan Mosley and Rick Trader, coming to you live from the CCRS studios, that of WNJC 1360, our flagship station in Philadelphia. The way we do Monday through Friday from 3 to 5 p.m. Eastern, and around the world on the internet with our internet broadcast partners, our newest being Pundit Press, and you can find them at thepunditpress.com, thepunditpress.com. John Mosley, we do have our first guest with us today. Will you please make the introduction?
Yes, as Executive Director, Chris Walker oversees the mission and day-to-day operations of Second Vote and serves as its principal spokesman. Over his career, Chris Walker has worked as a communications advisor